Alright, so how's it going, everyone? This is basically a response to the Mount Vernon kids previous Q&A session about some of the heroes he made up. And I had left a comment about a story I had did with Carol Danvers and Hal Jordan. And basically, this story I had basically did like a couple years back. This fan fiction I did, but I never got the chance to finish it. And I dug it up in my my little books and everything that I had put it in. I dug it up. I looked at it, and I really do like it. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish it pretty soon. But anyway, I wanted to just share this with everyone. And especially with you, kid, So, the story is basically, these two meet up, the Marvel and DC universe, and I had written that the Marvel and DC universe had become one, basically. So, they weren't separate anymore. The Justice League and Avengers had formed to become the Justice Avengers. And the and different teams like that I had made up. I made them, basically become one team. So these two, Hal and Carol, they met up. Now at first they didn't like each other. Carol reminded Hal too much of the Star Safari, and things like that. And these two didn't hit it off well at all. They battled a lot. They got into it a lot. They didn't get along when they were forced to work together. But eventually, as time went by, they started to like each other. They had they found out they had like a similar background in the Air Force, and they started to just build off that. They became very close. They were, the Justice Avengers. They nicknamed them. They had a nickname for them, which I unfortunately don't remember. But they had a nickname for them, and the story I named it Yellow and Green because it's basically a fusion of the two colors that they kind of sport. Carol's got the yellow hair, blonde hair, and Hal's got that whole green thing going with the Green Lantern Corps. And eventually they started dating, and they got married, and they had a kid. And their daughter was Garnet. They named her Garnet because her powers. She basically is what her power is. What her name basically is. Garnet is basically diamonds or gemstones. They basically are able to take any type of form or shape. She can use them into any form or shape she wants to. She like her father and mother, she's very serious when it comes to battle. She's not someone to be taken lightly. Garnet is basically just badass. She is not afraid to use her powers. She's beating the best of the best. She's fearless, just like her mother and father. A born fighter, And basically, the story went like that. They would come up and they would raise this kid, to be a good kid and whatnot. But Garnet, she had her own thing going. She didn't want to go to school. She I got these powers. Why do I need to go to school? And her mother and dad you got to go to school to get your education and all that. She's like, no, I don't want to do that. I got powers. I don't need education and all that stuff. And eventually, when she got older, she kind of did her own thing and she left. You know, she didn't go to school at all. She didn't go to any type of classes. She basically learned from the streets, kind of. You could say that. And she became her own person. Now, the the premise of it is that this character is very shaky. She has like her dad and mom. She's fearless, you know. And of course, if she's fearless, she's not going to be afraid of her mom and dad. So, you know, her powers are very useful. You know, she could take on her mom and dad. She can take on Hal and Carol, and I wanted the character to be her own character. I didn't want her to be like, okay, she's just completely loyal to her mom and dad. Nuh-uh. I wanted it to be a little different than that. She's got her own character traits. She's her own person, and I kept going with the story. I was liking where I going, and I just stopped. You know, I have a good idea where I want to take the character. I'm gonna finish it now. When I finish it, man, if you wanna, you know, kid, if you wanna read it, or anybody, you know, if you wanna read it, man, I'll send it to you on in an email or something like that. You know, when I'm done with it. Just don't expect it anytime soon, because I really wanted this to be a fleshed out story, but I just didn't lose. I didn't lose interest, but I just stopped writing it. I got caught up in other things, and you know how it goes. And that's basically what it was about. It was about the fusion of these two characters from different universes. You know, Hal and Carol didn't like each other at first. They began to like each other, and now, you know, they're the best of couples. And they had a child who is a bit troubled. You know, she's struggling with these different emotions, and she doesn't want to go to school, like I said, and all these different things. And I want this to be a very complicated character, and her powers to be very, you know, sufficient. And that's really the basic premise of the story. It's about struggle. It's really about the struggle of Garnet, and I really hope that that I'm able to take her to different lengths. You know, take this character to wherever I want to, because I really like the idea that I came up with with her. But you know, I don't know why I stopped right now. I should have kept going, but I'm going to start this back up now. Hearing your story, kid, really inspired me to go, okay, let's dig some stuff back up, and let's get back to writing some fan fiction. And you know, I've always wanted to write a comic book story, but you know how the industry is. They probably won't accept, you know, new blood and stuff like that, you know. And it's just a fan fiction story, but it's gonna be something that you wouldn't expect, you know. This character Garnet is gonna be something special, and that's really all I have to say about this. You guys, tell me what you think about my idea. You like it? You think it's stupid? You do like it? What you don't like and stuff like that? You know. Just tell me what you think about it. And, you know, just leave your comments as usual. I look forward to hearing from you guys. You got any ideas of your own? You know, post a video response, man. I always love hearing other people's ideas and stuff like this. And I'm going to leave it at that. And this has been Ziploc, telling you my fan fiction, my fantasy story that I want to finish. And I will finish it. And I'm out.